It's the NFL on EA Sports, where representatives from the AFC and NFC will square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens on Monday Night Prime Time.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Northern California and Levi's Stadium in the South Bay in Santa Clara, California. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Oh, should I say Dean Olson, because tight end U doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end you, man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense taking the field for the first time, led by their quarterback, league MVP in 2019 and 2023, Lamar Jackson.
We had a couple of his games early in his career, and of course, all the way to his days back in college, his athleticism jumps off the screen. But Mike, these last couple years, his development as a true passer, his ability to operate from the pocket, that's what's really taken his game to this MVP level. And tell you what, we didn't think there was a lot more things that he could do on a football field, and it seems like every year he's proven otherwise.
From the shotgun, they'll throw to get this one started, and he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. That's all arm, being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. It's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule.
Bateman is the motion man. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Tremaine Edmonds there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time. And it's going to be 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Aguilar, complete. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
It's the tight end Likely in motion. Off the play fake, Jackson. Now he'll run it. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback, but here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
This is Henry. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Throwing Jackson. That is left side and caught by Flowers.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. Back to throw, Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have the Ravens first down by a couple of yards. They get 5 there on 4th and 3. So some early intrigue as we have reached the end of the first quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we're back in the Bay Area after this. This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Bateman is the motion man. Jackson going to keep this one himself. And he will power his way into the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The dual threat of the quarterback. When you have one that can run, why not use him, especially down here, Greg? And they punch it in for the touchdown.
There's nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than down here near the goal line when he can call his own number. And in this case, that's exactly what he does, and he's able to take it in himself.
Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. On the return, it's Tyler Scott. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out by the quarterback from USC, Caleb Williams.
As hard as it may be, Mike, to resist, I don't think they need to come out and think we have to match them big play for big play after just giving up that early score. Stick to your plan. Pick up the first down and allow this game to start unfolding and settle into a rhythm. Execute your game plan. Don't try to match what your opponent's doing.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams gonna look deep, looking for more.
They told us this week they were gonna try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
On 3rd and a yard, it's Williams. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Keenan Allen on that one. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
In motion comes Andrews. 2nd down, Jackson. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page and the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the give, here's Henry. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Two minutes remain. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll motion over Flowers. Jackson now on 2nd down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. Aguilar goes off in motion. A 1st down throw for Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Aguilar goes off in motion. To the air one more time with Jackson. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Henry tries to pull his way in. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. Backed up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Henry. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
So 2 seconds left to play, and the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Williams. Now a loose football. And this will be recovered by the offense. So they avoid the catastrophe of a finish. Time runs out, and that's the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our halftime report. The Ravens were led in that first half by who else? The former MVP, Lamar Jackson. He was able to take it in himself for the game's only touchdown. And you wonder if this coaching staff will ask him to do a bit more the rest of the way.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He finds the veteran Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
It's like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Off he goes. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They will run it over center with Swift. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's in. Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He knocks it through. And the Bears are on the board. It's 10-7. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Hardy now with the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Ravens offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Jackson now. Off-balance throw. It's complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. In motion comes Andrews. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. On 4th down, the Ravens call on Jordan Stout to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And this is gonna be a beauty. Touchdown at the 2-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. And they're gonna hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And a good gain. He's going to be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, that run came at the perfect time, Mike. Anytime you find yourself backed up near your own goal line, the goal is to just start with 1 first down. They were able to get it here. Now you give a little breathing room, a little room to operate. Fresh set of downs, keep this drive alive.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll go again with Swift. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That complete to Swift. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. That's complete to Moore on the right side. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
They'll go. It's Swift. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
So this play by the middle linebacker is all about play recognition. Reminds me of a former teammate, Luke Kuechly. He knew the play before it was going to happen. Watch him. He diagnoses, he tracks the ball, and bang, makes a huge tackle, short of the yard to gain, forces the turnover on downs.
So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. On 1st and 10, Jackson. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, there's really two schools of thought, Mike. You have yourself the lead in the 4th quarter, and a lot of people just say, let's sit on it, let's play smart, just don't give anything to the opposing team to let themselves back in the game. Well, that's exactly what they almost did here. They put the ball in the air, tried to remain aggressive, and they're lucky it didn't come back to bite them.
Here's 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. And now at 1:52, the defense will pull the plug there as they take a timeout. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Here's Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They're going to go right back to Henry. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Taking off, and he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens. That his 2nd touchdown tonight.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens will get out in front 17-7. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Scott now on the return. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Bears offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Get started with 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Cross right side to the tight end, Komet. 16 yards on the game, and a quick 1st down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
He was looking to get it to DJ Moore, and it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Got the hook up there to Odunze. And they're going to get the 1st down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for 4th down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the Ravens. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.